The Xbox Developer Direct has taken place, and I thought I would just collect a few of my thoughts and some of the things that I noticed during the stream, capturing my initial reaction to everything that was revealed. There's a ton of information. There's a lot to go over the 4 games that were shown. No, nothing about Starfield was confirmed, so let's get that out of the way right now. It was the 4 games they said they'd show, and one surprise. Let's go over everything that happened right now. So first things first, we're going to talk about one of the games that I am the most excited about, and that is Forza. I'm going to be playing footage and then reading from the blog post and such. So here's some Forza Motorsport gameplay. This game is looking absolutely stunning. I'm really excited for this. Now, remember, this is the sim racer. So if you're not into sim racers, this might not be for you, but I'm really excited. They confirmed that there's going to be 500 cars, 800 upgrades for those 500 cars. Last year when I was playing GT7 capped out at 420 cars. So it's nice that we're going to get 80 more. They're also going to include 100 cars that are new to the Forza franchise, and they're going to put a focus on making sure that the 100 cars that they get are more modern than they have in the past. So that's kind of exciting for, sim fans. You're going to get to try out more modern vehicles and vehicles that haven't been part of the Forza Motorsport series. Now, if you forgot, don't forget that Forza is also focusing on realism this time around. They're going to put an extra effort into making sure that the racer is as realistic as possible, which is just, it's a great thing to hear, honestly, because they have stuff like the composition of your tire is going to have much more of an effect on how your driving performs. And that the details like the ray tracing in race is fine because they're actually saying that the game's going to run at 4K 60. Obviously that there's no way that's going to be native. I don't know how they would accomplish that, but it's still an impressive feat nonetheless. And it just adds a dynamic element that you can see during this footage that really surprised me. I was actually happy when GT7 didn't have it during race because I thought it would impact the performance, but if they're able to get a lock 60, I'm all for it. Here they're talking about the damage that we already knew would happen. It would be unique to like where the damage would occur. So that's really interesting. And yeah, the game looks gorgeous. It's definitely a technical achievement. If you didn't watch the Unlocked episode yet, go check that out. Ryan points out that, you have to remember that this technology is going to be used in other games in the future. So racing games are sort of where you can really push things to the limit and figure out how you want games to look awesome. They said there's also 20 new tracks. They had a big focus on Kyalami, the South Africa track, but there's Laguna Seca right here in California. There's the Maple Valley track, which you got kind of showcased in the second trailer. There's Francorchamps and Hakone in Japan. So not a ton of new details except for this dirt collection tech that they're talking about. So basically when you do a race, they show where the dirt would organically collect on the car. And that's just sort of a nice little touch, I think, for the game. And this is the most technically impressive game out of all the ones that we saw, and I am quite impressed by it. For Minecraft Legends, we're going to keep that one short and sweet. Yes, Minecraft Legends was there. I made a whole video about what to expect from this game. Basically, they focused on PvP this time around. Piglins invade the world, and it's a real-time strategy, basically, right? You collect units like creepers and zombies, and you send them after your enemy. This game is really cute. I think a lot of people are going to like it, and it's coming out in April. I believe the release date is here. Here, let's just jump to the end. April 18th, that game is coming out, so that is really exciting. That is Minecraft Legends. For Elder Scrolls Online, they're focusing on lore from the Morrowind universe. So for ESO, the new expansion is called Necron. Necron is coming out June 20th or June 5th for PC. There's a new class, the Arcanist, who is going to be showing, and there were more details in the post-show. I haven't watched that quite yet. I need to still. But we know that it is going to focus on the big tentacle monster, Hamora or something like that. Anyway, he's like a big squid looking guy, and there's a statue and stuff that they showed. Hermaeus Mora, who was part of one of the really, really big expansions, and no major update, no crossplay like I had hoped. I had kind of hoped that there would be some sort of crossplay aspect, but we didn't get that this time, unfortunately. Maybe we'll get them next time. A lot of people seem excited about the update because it is focusing on the Morrowind part of the game. Let me bring up the actual blog post and I can read through it. The Elder Scrolls Online Necrom introduces new Arcanist-class zones and more for Tamriel's adventures. You're going to wield the power of Oblivion. Necrom introduces an all-new class, the Arcanist, which allows you to master 3 new skill lines, Herald of Tome, Curative Rune Forms, and Apocryptical Soldier. But what's more interesting is that, well, yes, you get the new world, is that they're temporarily making all of the expansions for free. Somebody pointed out to me that this is still not on Xbox Game Pass for PC, which is a bit of a bummer, but you can play it on Game Pass for Xbox. I don't know what's up with it not being on PC yet. That one was a little weird. Got to play a little bit of the next one. There was also Hi-Fi Rush, which was announced. This was a surprise announcement. But before I get to that, I am surprised that half of you are not subscribed yet. If you've watched this far and you like my content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, because you know what? I have this goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers. And if everybody hit that subscribe button today, I would hit my goal today. So first of all, thank you so much for watching. And if you're subscribed, thank you. And if you're not, help me achieve that goal. We're at like 97,000 subs right now. So we're really close to hitting that target. We've gained 1,000 subscribers because you're helping this channel hit that goal. So we are very close. Anyway, Hi-Fi Rush, which I forgot to bring up an asset for. Let me just Google it quick. Hi-Fi Rush. And I'll just bring up the trailer really quick. So we have a trailer for this new game from Tango Gameworks over in Japan. And it's sort of a rhythm game. I'll just give you my initial thoughts on it. I played it a little bit today. You tap to the beat of the song and you get points and combos as you play through. It's sort of fun. It's really charming. The aesthetic is very colorful and vibrant. It's definitely a breath of fresh air. I think I'm more in the Metal Hellsinger camp. Like I like that sort of gothic heavy metal vibe, but this game, it's actually very fun and a surprise announcement. You can go play this right now. So if you have Game Pass, go check it out. Go see what you think about Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks. And Xbox is doing more and more of this lately where they will allow a studio, not allow, but like a studio will try something sort of unique. Like we got Pentiment that reviewed really, really well. And the people who played it really, really enjoyed it. And now we have Hi-Fi Rush, and the people that are checking it out are saying positive things. So that's great. And I think, what do I have left here? Yeah, so I went over Forza. I went over Ghostwire Tokyo's new game. There's one title left, and I think you all know what it is. It's actually Redfall. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time on Redfall because I'm seeing a lot of negativity towards it. For me, when I see the Redfall gameplay, I'm a little concerned about these hand-drawn things. Like, are those the cutscenes? Don't do your storytelling that way. Do in-engine cutscenes. If you're doing the whole hand-drawn thing, I was a little concerned about that. I hope that is not the art style that they're going for. But maybe it's not. I don't know. But that one was a little bit weird. So they showed off a lot more of the different character types that you'll be able to play as. Now, if you're not familiar, it's going to work a lot like Destiny works. Yes, you can play solo in your own instance, but you get to choose one of these 4 different character types. And you can play it co-op, and you can all pick like Remy De La Rosa, who is the robot character, or you can all pick Jacob Boyer, my favorite. Jacob Boyer has the ability to toggle to go invisible and then go in and attack. But some people were saying that the gameplay felt really slow. Now, this is Arcane. I don't think once you're actually in it, it's going to feel slow. I think that's a product of how they decided to edit it. And there's a lot of gross blood and stuff in here, so I apologize for that. But I'm really excited about it. We got to look at sort of like how gameplay plays out. I'm going to break the fourth wall here and just jump to one of the combat portions where they actually pick up some loot. They showed these environments where you're like in a really narrow area, and he's able to just toggle on invisibility when he goes up to the top of the lighthouse and just completely surpass an enemy. Yeah, right here. I like that showcase of ability, how that particular character can get out of a situation. I like the loot, like you can get vampire blood, you get different guns. It's given me a very Destiny feel, and I'm all about that. I'm not seeing the pacing or movement issues that other people were discussing. I'm actually quite positive about what I've seen here. I think it's going to be a great team co-op shooter, or solo if you want to play solo. To me, this is like a boss you fight at the end of the strike, or maybe this is like a campaign boss, but they also showed like this larger thing that comes out of the ground. And to me, I'm like, well, that's a strike boss. Time's going to tell here. I did a whole video about what we know about this game, and this trailer showed more of actual gameplay and what gameplay will be like, but we actually knew a lot of details going into it. We've just seen more footage of what the world looks like and what gameplay looks like. Now, at Unlock, we were on a bit of a time constraint, right? So we had to get the episode out so that we meet all the requirements for the brand. But I did want to say, overall, I think this conference is about a B conference. It's a B conference, but I don't think it's meant to be how they regularly present things. It reminded me a lot of how PlayStation does things and how Nintendo does things. And I don't think that's bad. I think it's very succinct to the point, and I like that each game kind of got its own highlighted moment. But the fact that Forza didn't get a release date is a little upsetting. And I did want to bring up one thing really quick on that, because a lot of people have been sending me the font that they chose to use, and this was sent in by somebody. It's the G's are sixes upside down. So some people are thinking, oh, Forza is going to be June 2023. Now, while that would be awesome, I think it would be a happy accident if that were to come to fruition, because I think what happened was, it just happened to work out that way. I don't think there's any truth to it, because there were some other text things that they utilized, like kicking off 2023, which was one of their usages for the font. And you can see the G in kicking is also a 6. So I think it just was a happy accident, but Turn 10 hasn't come out and denied it. So maybe that is true. Yeah. So mainly I give it a B only because Forza didn't have a release date. And I like that Hi-Fi Rush came out, but it wasn't like the most hyped thing ever. I'm more excited about Redfall than most people. I'm very excited about Forza Motorsport. I think there's no denying that game looks absolutely stunning. Now, can the tech hold up under what they're trying to push it to do? That is going to be an interesting question, but I can't wait to, play through that either with a steering wheel or just solo. Well, my son's telling me it's time's up. He wants to play and he probably wants dinner. So I'm going to go cook for the family. I'm going to get out of here. But if you haven't yet and you watched this far, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when this content goes live. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much to the members for supporting the channel. You can become a member, and thank you to all these fine people, but you can become a member by clicking the join button right down there. All ads are turned off. Support at whatever level you want, and that's what you get. Thank you so much, everybody. Before I go, check out this video about what we know about Forza already. And yeah, hopefully we see more soon. There's actually a stream tomorrow about Forza, so I'll probably do just a whole video about whatever's talked about there. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you for the next one.